DC Comics' ongoing series for The Flash has felt invigorated thanks to a brand new power for protagonist Wally West, where he's able to shift between layers of existence. Between all these plot points, as well as the brand new antagonists and members of the Flash family that author Si Spurrier is tapping into, this has been quite the ongoing series for the property. In today's issue 7, we're also set to see artist Ramon Perez on board the interiors. My name is Arico Brannock, and today, let's preview the 7th issue of The Flash, featuring fascinating guest art from Tale of Sand veteran Ramon Perez. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel. Can Jai West save Max Mercury? Jai West is going to rescue Max Mercury from the horrific reigns of Timepoint. Now, a world overrun by time-gobbling monsters. And he's got surprising backup the shadowy, bubblegum chewing figure who goes by the name Inspector Pilgrim. So The Flash issue 7 is written by Si Spurrier, featuring artwork and cover from the wonderful Ramon Perez. Here's a look at the excellent cover illustrated by Ramon Perez, detailing the mysterious garden that we've seen in previous installments of DC's main Flash series. And I want to extend a big thank you to Adventures in Poor Taste and preview some of the interior pages coming in from Ramon Perez. One notable aspect from issue 7 of The Flash is how it changes the artistic interiors from previous artist Mike Deodato Jr. to Ramon Perez. I really found that Ramon Perez did a wonderful job adapting to some of Si Spurrier's non-traditional layouts and implementing just so many beautiful scenes on the page with tense facial expressions from both Max Mercury and Impulse. I was so impressed by the way Spurrier was able to manage such a large supporting cast throughout The Flash 7. We also get to see Barry Allen doing some detective work and trying to find what's going on with wallywest and Linda and some of the other Flash family of characters. I really appreciate the way that Spurrier has been able to write some of the dialogue and inner thoughts of the character of Linda, and found that her tense dialogue exchanges with Barry in The Flash 7 are just so engrossing on the page. The way that Linda has such a hard time paying attention to almost everything Barry Allen says just really introduces this interesting element of conflict for our two characters. I was also struck by the way that the plot thread developed with both Max Mercury and Impulse as the issue progresses. One major element of the Flash ongoing series that I've really been looking to see the comic book expand on is the character of Inspector Pilgrim. Inspector Pilgrim also was able to forge such a strong bond with Jai in the past. The way Flash 7 is able to introduce Pilgrim back into the narrative along with these mysterious characters known as the Linear Men is just so much fun to behold within the scope of this comic book as well. Spurrier has done an excellent job teasing out the tension between Michael Holt and Wally West, even though Wally's presence is missing in so much of The Flash Chapter 7. Some of Barry's investigations into Wally and his family naturally leads him to Michael Holt and Terrific Tech. The unconventional scenario that plays out between these two characters is so fun to behold on the page and just introduces this really quirky element as well. Also, Ramon Perez is able to illustrate these characters and scenarios with some of the tension they deserve here. Across so many issues of The Flash's ongoing titles, Si Spurrier has really played up the subtlety in the background of some of these plot threads. I think you can really trace back some of these instances in some of the conversations between Linda and Barry seen earlier in the issue, but I also find that the cliffhanger just implements so much subtext along with some of the new information that we learned just a few pages back. Overall, I'm just so impressed with how Si Spurrier as well as artist Ramon Perez were able to pace out this issue of The Flash here. So at the end of the day, I really think The Flash issue 7 is a wonderful comic book, introducing so many disparate threads into the narrative while really propelling the main camaraderie between Max Mercury as well as Impulse in a really beautiful and fascinating way. I really found that the way Si Spurrier was able to write some of their dialogue between these two characters, just continually introducing the phrase called "the universe provides," was just so charming. Also, the way Spurrier and Ramon Perez were able to just write some of the dialogue in detail, the really strained, intense moments between Barry and Linda really captured my interest here. The publisher did a wonderful job pulling back the curtain on Inspector Pilgrim as well as the Linear Men and some of their relationship towards the Flash ongoing series as well. I'm very excited to see how Spurrier is able to detail some of these plot threads, and I'm also a little bit interested to see if Jai is going to be able to head into the narrative as well, due to some of those sentences that we read over from the solicit. I want to know from you, what are some of your thoughts on The Flash issue 7? Did you enjoy Ramon Perez's really angular and beautiful artwork? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming to check out our video review over on The Flash issue 7, and we'll be back to see wherever this series is headed next. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.